Hello students, welcome to AriserTalent. I am your math teacher Arpita Sharma. Students, I have given you a question. Have you done that question? Because we are solving it here, but if you do these questions to your own, you can do it in a better way and understand it in a better way. So have a look. The following real numbers have decimal expansions as given below. In each case, decide whether they are rational or not. If they are rational and of the form P by Q, what can you say about the prime factors of Q? Okay, this is the question, and the three numbers are given: 43.12345678 The second one is 0.120120012000120000 and so on. Okay, the next one is 43.12345678 under bar. Okay. So first you have to decide whether they are rational or irrational, right? And if they are rational, then what is your opinion about Q? And Q is what? The denominator, P by Q form. You remember this? Right. Now we'll take the numbers one by one. The first one is 43.12345678 Now let me recall you, we were discussing decimal numbers. And in decimal numbers we find out that there are two kinds of decimal numbers we are having. First one was terminating, recalling something. The second one was non-terminating, and now this non-terminating have two kinds: repeating or recurring type and non-recurring type. Right? So, what we discussed, the terminating kind is rational, non-terminating kind recurring part is rational, and non-recurring type is irrational. Okay, so these two can be written in the form of P by Q, but this cannot be written in the form of P by Q, right? Now have a look on this. We have a decimal. So yes, it is a decimal number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Now it terminates here, it ends here. This particular number ends here, so it's terminating. Not terminating, if it's terminating, it's rational for sure, so it's rational. Okay. Now the second one, this one, 0.120, then 1200, then 12000, and then 12000, maybe more zeros. And now this is what kind? This is non-terminating kind. Non-terminating kind is again of two type: recurring, non-recurring. So numbers are recurring here, repeating here. You'll say 12 is repeating. No, it's not again 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2. It is 1 2 then 0, then 1 2 then 0 and 0. Okay, so there is a pattern, but there is not any kind of repeating here. So it will be non-terminating and non-recurring. So this is basically what? Irrational. This was rational. Now what? We have to give explanation only about the prime factors of Q, where the number is rational. Now this is already irrational. We are not supposed to talk about irrational number. We are supposed to talk about only rational number, right? So this was rational. We have to give explanation for denominator of this number. Now the next one, third one is 43.123456789 and bar. The meaning of bar is 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 is repeating again and again. So it's non-terminating but recurring. Now non-terminating recurring is rational. So it's again a rational number. It's a rational number. Okay. Note it. I have made this chart in previous lecture also. This is just for understanding. So if you want to note it, you can. I am rubbing this portion, this particular chart only. Now don't misunderstood this by divide sign. This is bar on 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9. This is have nothing to do with this term. Okay, this term is different, this term is different. Now if they are rational, first and second is rational and the form of P by Q. So any rational number can be written in the form of P by Q. What can you say about the prime factors of Q? Now remember the theorems what we have discussed in the last to last chapter. Okay. So this one is rational and terminating. Rational and terminating kind is having its denominator is in the multiple of, say it loud, right, 2 raised to power n and 5 raised to power m in this format. Okay. So if this is rational and this is terminating as we can see it, so it will be having its denominator Q is in the form of 2 raised to power n 5 raised to power m, where n and m are what? Some positive integers. Okay. Here you go. So for this number 1, you can give this explanation for Q. Now we have remaining this third term. This is irrational. So I have explained you earlier, you have to do nothing with the denominator of this because you cannot write an irrational number in P by Q form. So okay, I am rubbing this. Now the third one. Explain it here. This is rational, and in rational it is non-terminating, repeating. So, if we will write it in the form of P by Q, if we will write this expression in the form of P by Q, where P and Q are co-prime, then Q cannot be a multiple of only either 2 raised to power n, 5 raised to power m, or both. Right? The denominator of Q in this case is clearly not a multiple of 2 or a multiple of 5 or a multiple of both. Okay? So, we have explained this question. You may note it now. Now, I have told you that we will do some theorems, some exercises of the portion we have already studied in our previous lectures, so that you can recollect what you have studied, and also you can understand that whether you have understand the things or not. Now, the next question is, use Euclid's division lemma to show that the square of any positive integer is either of the form 3m or 3m plus 1 4 sub integer m. Now, is it familiar to you? Have you remember this? Old friend, okay, this was your old friend. We have discussed in first lecture of this chapter, right? So, what was the equation? I have told you that time in every proof what you have to do first is you have to just write the Euclid's division lemma equation, and then you will be having proceedings. So, first you will do what? You will just simply write the lemma. What was that? If A and B are two positive integers, then A equals to BQ plus R, where value of R was less than B but equals to or greater than 0, and A was greater than B. Okay. So, we have studied this lemma in our first chapter. If you are not able to remind, just rewatch that video and understand it, so that you can be able to do these kind of questions. Okay. Now, so first step is only this proof according to Euclid's division lemma. A equals to BQ plus R. I will write it for you also. According to Euclid's division lemma, A equals to BQ plus R, where you know this. Okay. What is saying? Show that the square of any positive integer is either of the form 3q or 4m, 3m or 4m plus 1. Now, I've told you, look at this carefully, 3m and 3m plus 1. So, what's common? 3 is here common, and look at this equation. So, now how can you rewrite it in the similar form of that given form? Just write it. So, A equals to 3q plus R. Now, as the value of B is 3, what are the limits? R will be either less than 0, less than 3 or equals to greater than 0. So, what and what are the? So, R will be equals to either 0 or 1 or 2. Now, it cannot proceed after that like 3, 4, 5, no. Okay. So, R equals to 0, 1, 2. Now, if R equals to, now at R equals to 0, what will be the value of A? A will be 3q only. At R equals to 1, A will be what? 3q plus 1. At R equals to 2, A will be what? 3q plus 2. And let's name them, like 3q equals to 1, the second one is equation second, and the third equation is equation number 3. Now, what we have asked? Any positive integer. Now, A is any positive integer. Now, it's saying square of any positive integer. So, if A is positive integer and we have to talk about square of a positive integer, so what will we square now? We'll square A. We'll square A at R equals to 1, R equals to 0, 1 and 2. So, as A is positive integer, so as A is positive integer, squaring A in equation 1, 2 and 3rd respectively. Okay. So, in equation 1, what was that? A square will become 3q square. Now, what is 3q square? This is 9q square. Now, can I write 9q square is in the form of 3 multiplied by 3 q square. Now, q positive integer, 3 positive integer. So, now 3q square is also a positive integer. So, for some integer m is also an integer. So, what we have to do? We have to write m, because m is any positive integer. So, we will write m in place of 3q square. Why? Because 3q square is a positive integer. So, this is 3m. This is 3m what we get by putting the value, by squaring the value of a square. Okay. Now, in equation 2, what is the equation 2? A equals to 3q plus 1. Now, put it. A equals to 3q plus 1 squaring. A square will be equals to what? A square equals to 3q plus 1 whole square. Now it will become 3q whole square plus 1 whole square plus 2 into 3q multiplied by 1. Those who do not know about this formula is here. A plus b whole square is equals to a square plus b square plus 2ab. Okay, from this formula we expanded this and got the result. Note this part, I am going to rub this part. Okay. We have taken r equals to 0, we have taken r equals to 1, right. Now it will become, a square will become 9q square plus 1 plus 6q. Now I am rearranging this equation. How? I am taking these two terms here and this term 1 here. Okay. I am taking common 3 common, then we'll be getting 3q square here and 2q here plus 1. Now 3q square plus q square is positive integer, right? So 3q square plus 2q equals to m. Okay, so put the value. So you will get a square equals to 3m plus 1. Okay, and this one you got here. Now this is the equation 3. R equals to 2, A equals to, at R equals to 2, A equals to 3q plus 2. So in equation 3, A square will be A square will be 3q plus 2 whole square. We will open the square and we'll get by a square plus b square plus 2ab, we will get this 2. This is our a and this is our b. Okay. So implies that a square will become 9q square plus 4 plus 3, 2s are 6, 2s are 12, 12q. Okay. Now I am rearranging this. A square is what? 9q square plus 12q. Now I am writing, can I write 4 equals to 3 plus 1? So plus 3 plus 1. Why? Because in the next section a square will become nothing but 3 multiplied by, I am taking 3 common. Okay. So 3q square plus 4q plus 1 plus 1. I can write it in this manner. Now, I am rubbing this part up to here. Okay. This was our equation 4th. This is our equation 5th. Now, moving forwards for equation 6, that particular equation will become a square will be equals to 3m plus 1, where m equals to 3q square plus 4q plus 1. Okay, because q square integer, q is integer, 1, 4, 3 integer, and we have multiplied it and then added it, so it will become ultimately an integer and we considered it as m. So, a square equals to 3m plus 1 is our equation number 6th. Now, look at equation 4, it is in the form of 3m, 5th it is in the form of 3m plus 1, and 6th it is in the form of 3m plus 1, and these three equations are what? Square of a. Now, what we have to prove? Use Euclid's division lemma to show that the square of any positive integer. We took a as any positive integer, that the square of any positive integer is either of the form 3m. So, in the first one we got 3m or 3m plus 1. So, in the second one we got 3m plus 1, and in last one we also got 3m plus 1. So, we are getting this in the form of 3m plus 1. So, hence proved. So, we have proven this theorem. What was the procedure? The procedure was this, that we read the theorem carefully, then we identified that this is saying for Euclid's division lemma, then we write the Euclid's division lemma, we identify the value of b and put the values according to that 0, 1 and 2, and then squared a in 3 equations, then we'll got the answer like this. Okay, note it. I'm rubbing it. Okay students, so next question is, use Euclid's lemma to show that the cube of any positive integer is the form of 9m, 9m plus 1 or 9m plus 8 for some integer m. So, look at this 9m, 9m plus 1, 9m plus 8. Here 9 is common, so you have that form. What? A equals to BQ plus R. I am giving you hints and then you have to do it yourself. Okay. You will have this form. Now, value of B will be 9Q plus R. By this, you will do what? The value of R will become from 0 to 9. Okay. So, now it is saying that the cube. So, you will be doing this. Now you will substitute this R as 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8, and then you will find the final answer. So you will see the final answer can be written as, it will be some more than 3, 4, 5 terms all the time. So you have to cut it short and write it either in the form of 9m, 9m plus 1, 9m plus 8. So if you are getting some number like 9, okay, or maybe you will be getting number plus 1 in extra, or you will be getting number in terms like 8. Okay, if you are getting 8 in extra, you will just write plus 8. Okay, so it will be terms in 9m plus 8 term. You'll solve this, and we will then talk with your results. Okay. Okay, students, in next session we will talk about this question and some more questions, and that will be our last session. Okay, thank you.